Hello, everybody. Welcome along. It is Championship predictions round for round 42. We are up to the Easter weekend. Apologies, we are live at 1 p.m. today. So if you're watching after the fact, you missed it. Sorry, but lots to do. Very, very busy weekend coming up. Keep your eyes peeled for when the next shows are going to be. It's going to be chaos for the next 4 days. I think you all know that, and I think we all love that in the Championship. Give me a hello in the chat and we will get right into these games right this minute. Plenty to talk about. 12 games to predict every game, and we want your take on all of these. Let's say hi. Well, to be honest, we're just going to click everybody's hellos up on the screen. Nice and quickly there. And we will get into the action. Happy Easter to everyone. Wishing me a happy Easter as well. Right. Derby County versus Fulham. Get involved in the chat. Derby, draw, or Fulham. Derby, draw, or Fulham. Are we all done with Derby now? Is it just a matter of the final embers of the survival dream? I think possibly so. They are 9 points off with 5 games to go. Well, in fact... Yeah, so if they lose this one, 12 to play for, and they can't go down the first game. They could maybe the second one as well. Fulham, it's the exact opposite for Fulham, isn't it? Are they nearly over the line now? When will it get done? I think if Forest lose and Fulham win in this first round, we'll talk about the Forest game in a minute, then Fulham will be promoted. Get your predictions in for this one. Derby, draw, or Fulham. Derby, draw, or Fulham. As ever, we are partnered with betfair.com, and we will be heading to the fabled Football 365 predictor game. But I want to hear what you lot are saying. Get your predictions in, please, guys. Derby, draw, or a Fulham. Where are we landing here? Fulham, draw, Fulham. Derby's fate is sealed. Looks that way, doesn't it? Fulham, draw. 3-1 Fulham, 3-1 Fulham. Fulham, Derby will be down by Monday. I think the maths say that is probable. Fulham, Derby are gone, and Fulham. Look, I agree with most of you guys in the chat. Fulham had a slip against Coventry. I know Derby are good at home, but I see the bounce back. I just want to get this done now. Fulham over Easter. I'm pressing the button. I'm going to bellow out away. Let's go for. Do you know what? I'm going to go for Fulham clear. I will be at the game, by the way, as well. If you're going to this game, let me know, and I will say hello at some point at 8 p.m. tomorrow night on the fabled Football 365 predictor. You will get 11-2 from Betfair on a 2-0 is what I'm going for to Fulham. Please gamble responsibly if you're going to take that one on. Right, let's do this. Let's do this Bournemouth thing. Bournemouth, draw, or Middlesbrough. Get in the predictions. Bournemouth, draw, or Middlesbrough. Everybody's watching Bournemouth and everybody's watching Forest. And Huddersfield are just there, snuck in, but... I'll say it again. I've said it for the last months, frankly. It's Bournemouth's to throw away, isn't it? They've already taken 1 point in the last 2 games. So if that continues, you know what's going to happen. They need to win. Middlesbrough need to win as well. Middlesbrough dropping down to 8th. They've still got a game in hand, but they've lost their last 2 games. Lost them at home. We've got this the other way round going into the last few rounds, hadn't we? That Middlesbrough brilliant at home, bad away. Completely flipped on its head for the last sort of 2 home games and 2 away games, I think, for the Borough. Get your predictions in. Bournemouth, draw. Middlesbrough, Bournemouth, draw, or Middlesbrough. And I will give you mine in just a second. Where are we going to land on this one? Let's start with Justin. Bournemouth, Borough, draw. Draw for Johnny, knows what he's talking about. Borough, draw. Not that anybody else doesn't. Borough, Bournemouth, draw. A few draws in this one. Borough, draw. Lots of draws. Bournemouth. Come on, the Borough. 0-0. Borough to make it exciting. Certainly make it exciting, wouldn't it? Yeah, Bournemouth, 0-0. Let's click through as many of these as possible. There we go. Let's just mute this person trying to catch me up with silly names. There we go. Bournemouth and JC at the bottom. 1-1. I think Bournemouth are going to win, I have to say. I think they'll fancy this one a home game. I think they've got more difficult games coming. I think we might get a couple of weeks of both sides winning. And I'm talking to Don't feel left out, Huddersfield fans, but it's the fact they've played 2 games more that we're discussing in these terms. So I'm going home. Let's go for a home win. I think Borough will score, but I think Bournemouth, I can see them winning this game and getting the job done this particular, say this round. 2 games, obviously Good Friday, Easter, Monday. For a 2-1, which I'm predicting you'll get 7-1 over at betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly and get over to that Football 365 predictor game and get your predictions in. Right, where we go next? We've got to talk about Huddersfield. It's Huddersfield versus QPR predictions, guys. Huddersfield, draw. QPR, Huddersfield, draw. Or QPR, vital win for Huddersfield over Luton. That really has gone a long way to cementing their status. Back-to-back wins now, 69 points, 5 games to go. A lot of people think Forest will go by. I don't see many other teams going by Huddersfield at the moment. QPR are terrible at the moment. Really bad. 7 defeats in 8, I think, is the number now. We've lost count. Something badly has gone wrong there. I don't know if all the players have turned into bad players overnight. Something psychologically wrong with QPR. But it's the Championship. Everything says home win looking at the direction of travel. But it's the Championship is all I will say. Huddersfield draw, QPR. Huddersfield draw, QPR. Let's get your predictions in here. Where are we going to land first? Let's start with, I think, Joe. Draw. Huddersfield, 0-0. Huddersfield. QPR looks short. QPR is back. There's one. There's a Championship prediction for you, isn't it? Draw. Huddersfield. Right, I'm going to click through. Sorry if it doesn't get read out. Actually, I'm going to read that one. Try not to laugh at myself in the mirror when I say Rangers win. This is the predictions. You can predict anything you like. QPR will show their bounce back ability. They haven't done for the last 7 games or 6 games, have they? But we will see. Nothing surprises us in the Championship, but I've got to go for Huddersfield, I'm afraid. So let's just land on it and go. I'm going to go for the state and the bleeding obvious home, given the direction of travel for both sides. I'm going to go for a 1-0 to Huddersfield. They're going to be a hard team at that stadium in the playoffs with those set plays as well, if indeed, as we think they're going to. They do get into the playoffs. Where is it on my screen? Sorry. Huddersfield and QPR. Why can't I see it? It's down the bottom there. Right. 6-1 over with betfair.com. You can see it down the bottom there. Huddersfield 1-0 I have gone for. And Warburton's not going to last much longer if this losing streak continues. Right. If you're watching the show right now, do me a favor. We're going to do a like spike. Hit the like button. We've got 27 likes I can see over there. Hit the like button right now. Give us a like spike. We'll see if we can bump it up towards 50 likes. A little bit of fun with the like spikes, but it does really, really help us in the rankings here on YouTube. Helps more people find the channel. Won't cost you anything. So hit that like button. It's already gone up to 40. Unbelievable scenes. You love to see it. Thank you, everybody. That is our first like spike of the show. 46. Come on, we're going to be at 50 very, very soon. And let's talk about the team. Everybody are talking about Nottingham Forest. It's Luton versus Forest. Luton, draw or Forest. Luton, draw or Forest. We don't need to say much about Forest other than if things continue, there's only one direction. They are going 42 points in 19 games, worth 5 wins on the trot. We get it. Forest are doing really well at the moment. Can they win until the end of the season? If they do, they'll get promoted, won't they? But all runs have to come to an end at some point. Luton fans are going to want it to come to an end here. Of course they are. But Luton, little slip, 2 points in the last 3 games. And they were the victims against Huddersfield in that big head-to-head, which was 4th versus 5th. And again, for the second game in a row, Luton are going to be involved in a 4th versus 5th. Here it's the 12:30. I will be there as well. 2 games for me tomorrow. I can't wait. So let me know if you're down at Luton and say hello. Predictions, though. Luton, draw, Forest. Luton, draw, or Forest. Let's bang through these. I'm going to click through as quickly as I can because I'm sure we're going to get lots and lots for this particular game. I think we're going to start with Catherine there. Right. Forest. Luton. Forest. Home form crucial now starting tomorrow. Absolutely agree with that. Forest, Desmond. Forest, but nervous about this one. You're going to have some nervous fans of both sides. I'm going to click through all of your predictions. Apologies as ever if they don't get read out. a fair mix, but as is understandable at the moment, lots of people going for Forest. I'm also going to go with Forest and the momentum to continue. Just muscle memory. Luton are a really good side, especially at home, aren't they? But I just think there's something going at Forest now. So I'm going to yell out, away! And I think we'll go for a clean sheet, actually. Let's go for a 2-0 in Forest's favour in the 12:30 kick-off. There you go. 10-1. Fairly long odds there, but look, these are two good sides, or maybe one good side and one very, very informed side at the moment. I've gone for Forest. Will their momentum continue? Let's move on. Sheffield United versus Reading. Blades, draw. Royals, Sheffield United, draw. Or Reading in the chat. It looks straightforward, but it won't be. Blades have got some injured players. They're very good at home. Reading look like they've done their bidding with that 8-point lead over Barnsley down at the bottom. But we always say about Reading, they've got good attacking players. You know, they're kind of underachieved, don't they? They can score, although Blades very, very rarely concede at home. Get your predictions in. Sheffield United, draw. Reading. Sheffield United, draw. Or Reading. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Well, you get your predictions in. Sheffield United, draw. Reading. I'm going to jump straight into them. What have we got here? Let's start with Chris. Blades, draw. We never lose at Bramall Lane. Not at the moment. Blades clear. Draw, Blades. Reading are unpredictable. Sheffield United, threadbare. Are a bit, aren't they, at the moment? Bogle, Basham, Sharp's the main one, isn't it, eh? Let's click on as many of these as possible. No room for error. No, there is not. No room for error for anybody at the moment. Let's click through all of these. Brilliant support on the predictions today. Hopefully you're seeing the bare bones derby, right? Hopefully you're seeing your predictions come up on the screen. I'm going to go with the form, actually. I'm going to be boring again. I do think Reading will score despite that excellent Blades defensive record. Home! Let's go. Do you know what? Let's be boring. We're going to go for another 2-1 up here. I love me a 2-1. Blades to win this one 2-1 and stay in the top six. I say stay in the top six. I predicted Luton would lose, didn't I? So they would indeed go up to fifth by my predictions. 13-2 on that over at betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. Only bet what you can afford. BeGambleAware.org. 18 plus only. Let's talk about Blackburn, who have been rather confusing the last few weeks. They are away at Peterborough. Peterborough, draw. Blackburn. Peterborough, draw. Blackburn. There is an argument that is better the right word. Let's say harder to beat Peterborough under Grant McCann than they were under Darren Ferguson. Blackburn, have they just forgotten how to win games now? Mr. Brereton Diaz is ready to go, I think. Is he ready to score? Is Dak ready to dovetail with him? I don't know. I can see Peterborough maybe nicking a point or something from this one. Anyway, it's not my prediction. It's your predictions, please, in the chat. Peterborough draw or Blackburn. Blackburn have been slipping. But look, with Luton having such a hard game against Forest, a win and they could be back in there. Let me know what you guys think. Peterborough draw or a Blackburn. Where are we going to start? I think we're going to start with Rexy, or are we? No, we're going to start a bit further up there. Savigma. Posh, Blackburn, Desmond, draw. Lots of Desmonds in this one. I think Blackburn are going to get back to win. Must win for Blackburn. I mean, that's definitely the case, isn't it? Let's click through as many of these as we can. Peterborough to win. Shackles off. Peterborough always get strange results this time of the season. Well, what they're going to be, though, let us know. We're clicking through all of these. As many. Can't see Peterborough getting anything. So Blackburn, Posh surprise win. There we go. Right, what am I going for? Do you know, I think Posh could nick something here. Let's go for a draw. Draw! Do you know what? I just don't. I think Blackburn will take the lead or something and then ultimately not end up winning the game. Let's go for a 1-1, which is always 5-1. Oh, no. A little bit longer. 11-2 over at betfair.com. Peterborough 1, Blackburn 1. Right, we need to give a quick shout out to our Patreon sponsors on this show, which is the wonderful Donovan brothers who sponsor over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom, in memory of their dad, Dennis, and brother Mike, both sorely missed, cheering on Millwall from up above. Thank you to the Donovans. Go and get involved over on Patreon and get involved. It's apt that the Donovans are Millwall boys because we're doing Millwall next. Preston versus Millwall. Get your predictions in. Preston, draw. Millwall, North End, draw or Lions. How is this one going to go? Preston, third straight home game for them. They've won the other two, back-to-back wins. Millwall making things a bit more interesting after a little mini bad run with that win over Barnsley. They are still 4 points off. They're in there. Let's be frank about this, though. Millwall need a winning streak now. Need to win at least three of their last four, I think, to get in there and up above 70 points and get in those playoffs. Get me your predictions in. Preston, draw. Millwall. Preston, draw. Millwall. Let's land in there right now. Where are we going to start? I think we're going to start. Let's just say hi to Russ, who's up in the air on a plane, and he's got reception as well. Tremendous stuff. Russ from Cottage Talk up there. Right, where we go? Right, 0-0, Millwall, draw. Preston, lots of 0-0s coming in here. I need to put my silly picture up, don't I? There it is. Rowett's always good for some 0-0 predictions, isn't he, eh? Draw, 0-0, lots. Any Millwall wins in here? We did have a couple, didn't we? Lots on the 0-0. Here, I'm clicking through as many of these as I can. Lots of people on the draw here. Really heavy on the draw. Maybe a few more Millwall calls than Preston, but heavy on the draw. Guess what? I'm going to join you. Shall we go for a 5-1? A good old Gary Rowett 1-1. Let's do it. Draw! Let's throw in a 1-1 there, which is not a lot of help to Millwall. 5-1. As you'd imagine there. 1-1 is my prediction. You'll get 5-1. Millwall need more than that. Preston are on the beach, aren't they? Please gamble responsibly if you take that one. Betfair.com, 18+, only begambleaware.org. Birmingham versus Coventry. Predictions in, guys. Birmingham, draw. Birmingham, draw. Or Coventry. Do we still talk about this being the residents and landlords and former landlords and home game and away game? We've forgotten about all of that from the last couple of seasons. Now Coventry are probably back home. Get your predictions in. Birmingham, draw. Coventry. Birmingham, draw. Or Coventry. Birmingham, a bit unpredictable at the moment. You don't really know entirely what you're going to get. They lost last time out, but they lost to in-form Forest, didn't they? And they beat West Brom, who are pretty much as unpredictable as Birmingham are at the moment as the season winds down. Coventry, a very good win at Fulham last time out. We normally favour Coventry at home, but hey, look, they won at the league leaders with a bit of help from Tim Ream and Marek Rodek, it has to be said. But they won nonetheless. Can they do it all over again at Birmingham? I'm going to your predictions. Birmingham, draw. Birmingham, draw. Or Coventry. What are you lot saying in the chat? I'm going to start here with Joe. Right, Cov, Blues, Cov, draw, Cov. And James is going to be there. Tremendous. Birmingham. Get that joker out, Justin. Draw. Draw, Cov. I'm going to click through as many as I can. The Gary McSheffrey derby, Worth, Coventry 3-2. Last 5 games, Birmingham have all been draws. We don't want any 0-0s, do we, Callum? Cov. Draw, Desmond, Cov. Blues, draw. Always a draw this game, apparently so. Well, lots of people have gone for it. I'm actually going to back Coventry here. I just feel Hamer, Gyökeres, O'Hare, there's just more goals in Coventry than I'm seeing in the Birmingham side at the moment. So I'm going to go away. It was very high-pitched away. And because it's the end of the season and I'm D-Mob happy and everyone's D-Mob happy, let's go for a goal fest, everybody. Let's go for 3-1 to Coventry, even though this game apparently is always a draw. Let's boost the odds of my ACCA level here. 16-1. Woof. Coventry 3, Birmingham 1. Is it going to happen? Probably not. I'm backing it, though, anyway. Why the hell not? Let's move on. West Brom versus Blackpool, guys. The Matt Phillips derby. West Brom, draw. Blackpool. The Kevin Phillips derby. West Brom, draw. Or Blackpool. I'm throwing my arms up. I don't know what to make of West Brom at the moment. Up and down. They seem to do well against the good teams and then badly against everyone else. But look, we know how good their squad is, and they're capable of winning this game. Blackpool, don't know, is it on the beach now? 2 points in the last 4, but nice wingers, play with a front 2, don't they? We like Krissy. Could he get something? I don't know. What on earth is going to happen in this beach ball tie at the Hawthorns? West Brom, draw, or Blackpool? What are we saying in the chat here? We're going to start with Daryl. Baggies, Blackpool, all the way. Was I sorry, did you get timed out, Rexy? Sorry, that must have been an accident. My bad, sorry. Draw. Birmingham, I'm pressing lots of buttons and very frantically. Apologies if you did get timed out, Rexy. You're very welcome back. West Brom, draw, pull. Let's keep clicking on all of these. Shock Blackpool away, win. There we go. We're clicking all the way down. I like that. I might go with that. There we are. Because I'm not sure, and because it's the end of the season and I want goals, I'm bringing out the Desmond, everybody. Here he comes. Draw. Let's go for a 2-2 here. West Brom versus Blackpool. Why the hell not, hey? Oh, because Steve Bruce, but there we go. Why not anyway? Let's bring it up. 2-2. Give me some big odds on this one, Betfair. 16-1 for a Desmond. There you can see it in the top. Remember, please gamble responsibly if you're going to take that. And head over to Football 365 and get involved in the game. And if you want to get involved and support the channel, you can do so by buying some merchandise. Wouldn't that be a fine thing? Look, T-shirts, mugs. Don't be a mug. Be a phone case. Be a hoodie. Be a sweater. Don't be a sweater. Don't be a mug. Buy some merch. What am I talking about? It's underneath on the YouTube videos there. Just click through to the merch store and do send me a picture and I will retweet it if you do get some merch. Thank you to everybody who's done so. Right, Swansea versus Barnsley. Swans, draw, tight. Swansea, draw, or Barnsley. How do you see this one going? Get that chat filled up. Barnsley done? I don't mean done as in relegated, but done with the hope of staying up. I know they've still got a game in hand, but they're 8 points behind Reading. And I just feel psychologically we might look back and that Reading equaliser just killed Barnsley's season. Swansea are good at the moment, aren't they? 13 points in 5 games. Very good, actually. Only Forest, I think, are better in a sort of 5-game form table than Swansea at the moment. Pirro, brilliant last time. We've liked him all season. I suspect we're going to get a lot of homes on this one. Swansea, draw, or Barnsley. Into the chat we go. Where are we going to land? Barnsley, Joker, Swans, a sweater or a mug. What a lovely choice it is, hey? Barnsley, Swans, got some ridiculous ones in here. High scorers, Swans. Swans making a playoff push, really? Swansea, I would have a lovely bet with you that Swansea will not finish in the playoffs, but there we go. They're on nice form, aren't they? Swans. Barnsley, Joker there, Swans. Weird to think. Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. This was playoff semi-final last season, wasn't it? Barnsley, Swans, Barnsley. Fairly mixed. Look, I see the Swansea form continuing here. Let me dive in with a home. And again, it's the end of the season and I want goals. So I'm going to go with Mr. Pirro to probably fill his boots again. Let's go for a 3-1. Swansea clear. Look at that. 12-1 over at betfair.com if you fancy that one. Swansea 3, Barnsley 1. 2 to go. And it is Stoke versus Bristol City. Good luck, everybody. Stoke versus Bristol City. To be honest, Stoke are probably fairly strong favourites in this one. Stoke draw, Bristol City, Stoke draw, or Bristol City. Stoke, 3 wins in 4. If they win 3 of their last 4, they're going to finish around mid-60s, which is better than mid-50s where they are right now, if I'm stating the bleeding obvious. Bristol City, 2 points in 4. Pearson looks a bit grumpy again, doesn't he? But they're capable of anything. But so, Stoke at the moment. And Stoke keep coming up in the BTTS bets. They're not the 1-0ers and clean sheeters that they maybe once were. So maybe we get goals in this one. I don't know. What do you think in the chat? Stoke, draw. Bristol City, stroke, draw. Or Bristol City. Where are we going to land here? Let's start with JC. Stoke, Desmond, 0-0, draw. Not the slightest clue. That's allowed. Let's click through as many of these. Bristol City, shock win. Stoke. We click in all the way through. Nice and quickly. Stay on this game, please, guys, in the comments. And I can see where we think we're going with this. Stoke have suddenly found form. Bristol City are poor. and not motivated. I don't think I tend to agree there. Having backed Stoke as a BTTS team, I'm going to go for them to keep a clean sheet now, but I am going to go for a Stoke win. Home! Let's go for a Stoke. Let's go for a 2-0. Stoke clear for me in this one. Bristol City just, I don't know. Bit of a mess at the moment, aren't they? 7-1 over at betfair.com. Stoke to win that one 2-0. Finally, Hull versus Cardiff. We're going to go to your big calls in a minute. Don't give them to me yet. Hull versus Cardiff. Hull odd, but they keep winning away. But they're playing at home here. Cardiff are quite good at the moment and trending upwards. Could finish mid-50s, couldn't they? Which from where they were under that losing streak with McCarthy would be a good job, I think, by Steve Morrison. Hull draw Cardiff. Hull draw or Cardiff. I normally say at this point I don't trust Hull, but I don't. I don't at home, even though they had that really good away win at Middlesbrough last time out. I think I'm edging with Cardiff on this one. Let's see what you lot are saying at home. Goalfest, that'd be nice. Draw Cardiff away. Hull are rubbish at home. Lots of goalfests in here. Desmond's. All sorts of good stuff going on. We love to see it. Hull have lost last 6 at home. I think they're unbeaten in 6 away as well. Strange old team. We're clicking through as many as we possibly can. Do you know what? I'm going to go with the form. I'm going to go for I'm going to go for a Cardiff win away. We'll go with Cardiff in this one to win. I'm going to go for a 3-1. I'm just filling this with goals to boost my odds. Look at that. 22-1. Unbelievable scenes. There we go. That concludes my predictions. If you're going to get involved, please go and check out betfair.com. And I am inviting you to put your big calls in. I've got big calls, but who's got the biggest calls of them all? Get your strange, outlandish predictions in. The more outlandish, the better, as I go through and just round up everything on Football 365. Get your big calls in here. So I'm going to submit my predictions, and you can see exactly what I've gone for. I've gone for Forest, Coventry, Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Stoke, Cardiff, Swansea, Huddersfield and Fulham. I've gone for draws between Preston, Millwall, Peterborough and Blackburn, and a Desmond between West Brom and Blackpool. Head over there, hit confirm. Ridiculous odds for me this weekend. £10 bet would return 172 grand on all of those results coming in. I think I had 3, over 15-1 this round. So there we go. Get your big calls in now. The more outlandish, the better. One will come in one day, and it's a little bit of fun at the end of the show. This will always be free here on YouTube, but you can support via Super Chat if you do one as well. Can we get a like spike as well before we go to our big calls? We've got 73 likes. Hit like right now. See if we can get up to 100 likes. Can I get a like spike, everybody? See if we can finish with 100. Right. Any big calls here? What have we got here? Big call. Exactly 5 goals this Friday will be scored from corners. I like that a lot. Charlie, what else have we got in here? So Les to come out of it. Well, he'll be at the game, Dave, won't he? He's already there. Get your big calls in. Fulham don't score another point, then lose the play. I'm not having it, Vindaloo, but it's a big call. That's what we're asking for. Warburton to sub himself first. I think we had one of them like that last time. He needs to do something, doesn't he? If Stoke lose, O'Neill sacked and Blackpool manager called in. It's a big call. Very unlikely, but it's a big call. That's the whole point. Don't get cross about them. Deary me, calm down in the chat. It's a silly segment at the end. Don't take it in any way seriously. Derby to be unbeaten over Easter. None of the other relegation contenders to get a point. I like it. Sheffield United to win at Wembley at last. Is it ever going to happen? Derby's preferred bidder. It sounds like Michael Knighton. Ipswich to go up next season. Never going to happen. Swansea to be in the playoff race. I'm not seeing it. But lots of people are saying I just think they're too far back. But there you go. I'll talk to you in a couple of games if they win another 2. A referee is going to score in the 89th minute, but Burnley to score for the Blades. Fulham to get a points deduction for overspending. I think that would have happened already, but it's a big call, and that is what we are asking for. What have we got? Any other big calls? Bounty in celebrations is not that bad. It's a huge call, an unbelievable call. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. A Nottingham Forest special will be out later in the day, so go and check that one out. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the likes. And I'm going to try and keep this under half an hour and say goodbye from me. Thanks for watching.